Eugenics. Eugenics is a set of beliefs and practices that aim to improve the human population by controlling who has children. It's like playing God with human lives, deciding who is fit and who is unfit. This idea took root in the late 19th century, fueled by prejudice and a dangerous misunderstanding of science. Eugenics proponents believed that traits like intelligence, poverty, and even criminality were passed down through genes. They argued that society could be improved by encouraging reproduction among the fit and preventing it among the unfit. This led to forced sterilizations, marriage restrictions, and other horrific practices targeting marginalized communities. The idea of creating a perfect society by weeding out those deemed undesirable took hold in the minds of powerful people and institutions. One of the most influential organizations that embraced eugenics was the Rockefeller Foundation. In 1904, they established a research program that aimed to study heredity and apply its findings to social problems. What began as an attempt to understand human genetics quickly morphed into a tool for social control, promoting the idea that some lives were simply not worth living. The Rockefeller Foundation, established by the oil tycoon John D. Rockefeller, poured millions of dollars into eugenics research. They funded institutions like the Eugenics Record Office in Cold Spring Harbor, New York. The ERO became a hub for eugenics research and propaganda, collecting data on families and promoting the idea of hereditary determinism. This data, often flawed and biased, was used to justify discriminatory policies. The Rockefeller Foundation's influence extended beyond the United States. They funded eugenics programs in Germany, providing resources and legitimacy to a growing movement that would have devastating consequences. The Nazis, inspired by American eugenics, took these ideas to a horrifying extreme. They transformed eugenics from a fringe scientific theory into a deadly tool of genocide. Adolf Hitler's rise to power in Germany marked a dark turn for eugenics. The Nazis embraced eugenics with a terrifying fervor, incorporating it into their ideology of racial purity. They believed that the Aryan race was superior and that other races, particularly Jews, were a threat to their vision of a master race. Hitler's regime enacted a series of laws aimed at eliminating those they deemed undesirable. The Nazis' eugenics program began with forced sterilizations of people with disabilities and those deemed genetically unfit. They then expanded their policies to include mass killings targeting Jews, Roma, LGBTQ+ individuals, and others who did not fit their twisted vision of a perfect society. The Nazis' actions were a horrifying example of the dangers of eugenics taken to their logical extreme. They demonstrated how a scientific theory, warped by prejudice and hatred, could be used to justify unimaginable atrocities. The legacy of the Holocaust serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of eugenics and the importance of protecting human rights and dignity. The spectre of eugenics still haunts us today. While the horrors of the Holocaust discredited the movement, its underlying ideas persist. The rise of genetic testing and reproductive technologies raises new ethical dilemmas about the potential for genetic discrimination. The desire to eliminate disease and enhance human capabilities must be balanced with the fundamental respect for human diversity and the right to exist. As we grapple with the possibilities and perils of genetic technologies, we must remember the lessons of history. The eugenics movement serves as a chilling reminder of what can happen when science is misused to serve prejudice and power. We must remain vigilant in safeguarding human rights and ensuring that the mistakes of the past are never repeated.